queria fazer uma correção, porque o Brasil tem sim um sistema de saúde pública eficiente, extremamente capilarizado e muito experimentado em vacinação, que é o que se provou ser um grande ponto de virada para nós aqui no Brasil nessa pandemia. Feita essa correção, eu queria perguntar...
E diferente do Peru, que não tem um sistema parecido, né? É incomparável.
O Brasil, ele tem um sistema bastante funcional. Mas o que eu queria perguntar para o senhor, já que o senhor acha que os líderes têm um papel, mas não um papel dominante nessa catástrofe da pandemia, o que explica o fato de Brasil e Estados Unidos, que respondem por 7,5% da população mundial, responderem atualmente por 27, 28% dos 5 milhões de mortes em decorrência da Covid?
Well, 2 points. First of all, in 2020, vaccines were not available, and the issue was whether countries were capable of doing successful non-pharmaceutical interventions. In practice, no Western country was able to do sufficient testing, contact tracing, isolating, or protecting to prevent the spread of the virus. There really was no country that got this right, and certainly none in Latin America. So we shouldn't have a debate about vaccines. Once the vaccines were available, then the question really became how quickly they could be deployed. And in that respect, Brazil did well, as did the United States and the UK. So that question is a different one from my point. The kind of things you have to do before the vaccines are available are very difficult to do in an economy like Brazil's. Are you saying there should have been a much tighter lockdown of the sort that they attempted in Argentina? I'm not sure that would have worked, and it certainly would have had enormous economic costs. The second point I want to make is that if you look at the excess mortality around the world, it varies enormously from country to country. We don't have reliable data from some countries. It's very hard to know what the true death toll, for example, in Russia is. But when you add it together, you can see that the really significant excess mortality occurred in a variety of countries, some of which had populist leaders and some of which did not. Belgium did as badly as Britain. Belgium did not have a populist leader in 2020. And Latin American countries, including Peru and Ecuador, did significantly worse than Brazil. I don't think one could claim that politics really explains the variations that we see in the excess mortality data. Notice also, some East European countries did very badly indeed in late 2020 and 2021. I don't think one can explain that in terms of political populism. Ultimately, the way in which this virus spread, particularly when new variants appeared, posed profound challenges to middle-income countries because they did not have the capacity to do large-scale testing and contact tracing. And those were the only ways to contain the spread, short of total and drastic lockdowns, which were very economically disruptive. So please, let's not oversimplify this debate. It was an extremely challenging threat that COVID-19 posed, and only a tiny number of countries, including Taiwan and South Korea, can be said to have got it right.